Hi guys, this is Jane. I was just going to take a moment to check in and say hey with everybody, and kind of give a little message of maybe how to find the strength and endurance when there's difficult times at hand. And I think we have that. We've all heard a lot of platitudes and sayings and phrases lately, like, if you're going through hell, keep on going, and you've got this, and you can get through this, and those are great, and they can be really helpful, but sometimes trying to realize and actualize those things in our daily lives can be a little daunting. But the fact is, when each of us look back over our lives up to this point, we've all made it through difficult situations, some smaller than this, for some of us maybe some greater, and we're still here. So we did make it through. And as with any challenge, the first step is acceptance. Accepting the situation. It is what it is. And not trying to push it off and not accepting, like, no, it's not that, Seeing the big picture. The second step is breaking the challenge down into manageable, achievable bits. Taking each moment as it comes. Knowing that each day, each moment will likely bring waves of emotions, that sometimes you'll feel optimistic and determined, and sometimes you're going to feel depressed, sad, bored, frustrated. But we've all made it through to this point, often to our own amazement. We've all faced times in our lives when the situations leave us feeling weak and overwhelmed, feeling like there's just one more thing after another and we're just never going to catch a break. But somehow we find a way. We come up with a new idea, a new tactic, something that allowed us to find the strength to push through and keep moving forward. And each time we come out on the other side, much stronger than before. Kind of like when we were all faced with the first week of staying at home, many of us felt like, it's all good, I got this, I've got extra time to clean my house, I can revamp my diet, I'm gonna start juicing, that juicer I've had for 3 years and never used, I'm gonna stay in touch through social media and phone calls with people I love, and I'm gonna start that at-home fitness routine that I've always wanted to do. I got this. But for many of us, after a week or two, the realization of what's really happening and that it's not going to end, sooner, it might end later. Many of us started feeling a little less optimistic, that maybe this isn't so much fun. We missed going out, we missed the human interaction, wondering, my God, when will this all end? But allowing yourself to feel those feelings is key. It's kind of like when you tell yourself, I'm starting a new diet and I can't have a piece of chocolate. What do you want more than anything? You want that piece of chocolate. So instead of pushing those feelings away, allow yourself to feel them. Allow yourself to have that piece of chocolate, just one little piece, so that you're not craving it, so you can move forward. You can focus on the moment at hand. You can focus on that puzzle piece that is currently in front of you. Not that I've been doing jigsaw puzzles, because I know a lot of you have, maybe, and that's awesome. I'm not bad at it, but I don't enjoy it, so that's not been my thing. But just, keep putting each piece into the next, move forward at a comfortable pace. As a yoga and fitness instructor and a health coach, it's the same advice that I give clients and students. It's the same advice I give myself. Whether it's trying to create a healthier eating habit, or create a physical change in our bodies, or move through other challenges in our lives. In my own life, in the years that I was studying ballet, or when I decided I wanted to be able to run more than 1 mile at a time, or when I first started practicing yoga. They were all challenging, but I looked at the big picture. I looked at where I wanted to be, what I wanted to achieve. And then I started taking the first steps, focusing on each moment, each day, each practice, each move, and not expecting monumental change to happen immediately. I would set goals, but be flexible enough and compassionate enough, that is so key, with myself to allow for modifications. If one path wasn't working well, allow myself to change how I would achieve the goal. I would keep the long view or the finish line in mind, but not obsess about it constantly. It's kind of like when I count out repetitions for students in some of my fitness classes. There's just something about putting order and structure around a challenging situation that sometimes seems to make it a little easier. It divides the challenge into little achievable chunks and gives you the positive reinforcement of small little successes along the way. So when we find ourselves feeling like we just can't handle the situation, we just can't take anymore, we don't see a way out, instead of trying to force the situation, force an immediate answer, force an immediate way to create change, we just need to stop, take a moment, and maybe accept that we're just exhausted right now, or we're just overwhelmed, and that's okay. Take a break, take a nap. A nap doesn't mean you're lazy. We're all under so much stress right now that now more than ever our bodies need a little extra rest. So schedule a nap into that schedule. And remember that nothing lasts forever. Nothing's permanent. Not the good stuff, not the bad stuff. It all comes and it all goes. And give ourselves the unconditional love and compassion that we'd give one of our loved ones, one of our parents, one of our children, one of our dearest friends. And then before you know it, you'll start to see little cracks in that wall that didn't seem like it was going to move, where the light starts to shine through. And through those cracks, they start out small, but they'll start to widen. And the wall that we just didn't think was going to come down, it wasn't going to move, the change that we weren't going to see, will start to happen. We'll start to see that change. We'll start to see the light. We'll start to feel it. And we'll come out on the other side stronger, better, more resilient than we were before. So all that being said, I still can't wait to see all of you in person again, where I don't have to keep, a car's length maybe between us. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you and kind of touch base, and I'm still going to be creating some videos that I hope you have been able to use to kind of keep yourself active and fit at home. I try to keep them short because I know there's a lot of distractions at home, but I'm going to keep doing that to try and keep you motivated until we can get you back in the gym and get things motivated here.